Hi students, now in this video we take the new chapter of class 10 biology, that is life processes. Here in this video we take the MCQs from the NCERT exemplar we solve here, and one point remember that in this video we only cover these two topics, that is one is transportation in plants and animals and then excretion in plants and animals. Only on these two topics we discuss the NCERT exemplar MCQs, right? So let us start the video with taking the number one question. Okay, very important question as a point of view on the examination. It is very important, right? So see, let us question number one. What prevents backflow of blood inside the heart during contraction, right? Relaxation and contraction. So during contraction what happened, the blood is flow out of the heart. So in this what the function of what prevent the black flow here? Okay, backflow. So option 1, see here, walls in heart. Option B, thick muscular walls of ventricle. Thick muscular wall of ventricles. The walls of atria. The next option C is thin wall of atria, and then all of the above. So most of students are tick on the all of the above, but the students who read the NCERT textbook line by line, he understand the answers here. What prevent the backflow of blood? So we know that heart structure. So this is the heart structure, right? This is what the septum, which divide the left side and right side, and these are what chambers. This is upper chamber, right? And these are the lower chamber, right? These are upper chamber, that is atrium, ventricle, atrium, ventricle, atrium. Okay, so upper is atrium and lower is the ventricles. Now let us see, during relaxation what happened, the blood is enter into the heart, and after contraction what happened here, the blood is come here and the blood is pumped out from the heart. So during contraction what happened, these walls are closed. Okay, when during contraction, when blood is enter here, and these walls are prevent for backflow of blood. If the walls are not present, what happened, due to the contraction maybe blood is flow back, right? So prevent that, these walls are talking about. These walls are very important to prevent the backflow of water, right? Whenever the one time when the heart when the blood is entered the left ventricle, it not be go back, right? So because of that, to prevent that is go back flow, so we make a walls. So which is correct option here, that is what the walls of in heart. So these are walls, these are walls, and this is the left side and this is the right side, right? So these walls are talking here. So these walls prevent the backflow of water. So what is the function of in reverse reaction, what is the function of heart walls in the heart walls? So the function is to prevent the backflow of blood inside the heart during contraction. So that is very important. So option 1 is correct, that is walls in heart that prevent the backflow of blood inside the heart during contraction, right students? So you have to remember this important point, right? Now let us come to the question number 2. Let's come to the question number 2. Question number 2. See the filtration sector. Question number 2. The filtration unit of kidney are called called A, ureter, B, urethra, C, neurons, and D, nephrons. So which is the correct answer here? So very important. So most of students are confused here between neuron and nephron. So not confused. Neuron is actually different and the answer is nephron. Okay, do not confuse in neuron and nephron. So answer is nephron. Okay, nephron is called as a unit of filtration unit of a kidney. So that is very important. So answer is here. Direct question. There is no twist here. Direct question. The filtration unit of kidney. You can get the NCERT line. The filtration of kidney is called as nephron. Okay, that is direct question. That is also nephron. Right, students? This is what the second question here. Right. Next is next one. Question number 3. Question number 3 here. Oxygen liberated during photosynthesis comes from option A, water, option B, chlorophyll, and option D, carbon dioxide, and option D, glucose. See here, a very important question. So see, simple. Carbon dioxide is not an answer. Why? Because during photosynthesis, but this is carbon dioxide after photosynthesis. So that is product of photosynthesis. So here asking during photosynthesis. When the carbon dioxide produced, when there is a completion of photosynthesis, when there is a starting of photosynthesis, right? So carbon dioxide is a starting product of photosynthesis, right? But it asking during. So carbon dioxide is a starting material used for photosynthesis. So that is not answer. And also glucose is the end product of photosynthesis, right? That is also not possible. So see, this is also not possible. So now between these two, chlorophyll and water. So oxygen is liberated during photosynthesis came from maybe water or maybe chlorophyll, but the chlorophyll know that the site of photosynthesis. What? The site of photosynthesis. Okay, where the light energy is converted to the chemical energy, right? But there is therefore this also not answer. So correct answer is water. So water is reduce itself and to form the oxygen. Okay, means water H2 is liberated. So water oxidation process takes place. The removal of hydrogen is called oxidation process. So that is why when the hydrogen removed, so what happened here? The oxygen is liberated. So from the water we observe that the oxygen is liberated. So that is simple. Oxygen liberated during photosynthesis came from, that is from water. Okay, you have to remember. So carbon dioxide is not answered because it is an initial material, raw material for photosynthesis, but here asking during photosynthesis. Okay, so this is not answer. And glucose is the end product of photosynthesis, so this is also not answer. And chlorophyll is the site of photosynthesis where the light energy is converted to chemical energy, so that is not here. So the correct answer is water. So from the water this oxygen is liberated, right, which we use as a which is the excretion product for plants and which is used by the human beings, right? So this is third one, very important question here. Now come to the question number 4. Question number 4 here. The blood leaving the tissue, leaving the tissue becomes rich in, okay, become richer in option A, carbon dioxide, okay, option B, water, option C, hemoglobin, and the option D, oxygen. So simple one, see, water and hemoglobin not possible. Okay, that is not so here blood living in the tissue. become richer in. Okay, the blood living in the tissue become richer in. Leaving the tissue, see, it is a tissue. Imagine that is a tissue, right? The blood enter into the tissue, which is called as a pure blood. Okay, pure blood, or also called as a oxygenated blood. Oxygenated blood, right? And the blood which is leaving the tissue, okay, which is coming out from the tissue, is called impure blood. Impure blood, and it is called as a deoxygenated blood, right? Oxygenated blood. But here asking what? Entering and leaving. So it is asking about leaving the blood, leaving the tissue. So the blood which is coming out from the tissue, and that is rich in. So that is what? That is called as deoxygenated blood. What is deoxygenated blood? Deoxygenated blood nothing but rich in carbon dioxide. And what is oxygenated? Rich in oxygen. So that part remember. But the question here, if it is about living, so it is living means it is deoxygenated blood, or also called as impure blood, which is rich in carbon dioxide. So answer A is correct, right? If they ask the blood which is enter in tissue rich in, that is oxygen. Okay, that is oxygen. Hemoglobin, what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is a more affinity toward the oxygen. Okay, that is one property. It is hemoglobin is one type of agent which can help in the transportation of oxygen. That is what the hemoglobin is, a high affinity towards the oxygen. Okay, so that is hemoglobin. But here, which blood leaving the tissue become richer in, that is carbon dioxide, and entering, that is oxygen. So that you have to remember, right? So that is very important, students, right? So this is question number 4 here. Now come to the question number 5. Question number 5. So see, which of the following is an incorrect statement? Which of the following is an incorrect statement? So option A, organisms grow with time. Organisms grow with time. It is correct, right? Organisms grow with the time. And option B, organisms must repair. Organisms must repair and maintain their structure, and that is also correct. Okay, that is also correct. And option C, movement of molecules does not. Movement of molecules does not takes place among cells. Okay, next, energy is essential for life processes. So let us see here, very simple question, direct question. Which of following statements is incorrect? So 3 statements are correct, 1 is incorrect. So first one, see, organisms are growth with time, right? That is correct. So organisms are growing with time. They increase in height, they increase in weight, right? They're growing with time. So that is option correct statement. So we have to find the incorrect statement right here. Now organism must repair and maintain their structure. That also correct. Okay, that also correct. Repairing and maintaining of their structure, that is also correct. Now movement of molecule does not take place among the cells. That is actually incorrect. See, the movement of molecule does not take place. If there is no takes place movement of molecules, then how we study about transportation of blood, right? What is the function of heart here? transportation of molecules, transportation of blood, and throughout the blood different molecules, fat, proteins, carbohydrates are transferred from one cell to another cell with help of osmosis, diffusion, different processes, right? So if there is no movement of molecules, how the transportation is possible? So we will learn that the blood pumps, the heart pumps the blood, means what? The transportation of molecules is there. So the statement says that there is no transportation is there. There is does not movement is there. That is a wrong statement. Actually in the body there is a movement of molecules between the shell. The diffusion oxygen process, the proteins are inside the cell and the oxygen is entering into the cell and the carbon dioxide is coming out from the cell. So these are movement of the molecules, but the statement said does not take place. That is wrong statement. Does takes place, that is takes place movement in the cells, that is important, but here not. So that is what a wrong statement. And the energy essence for life, that is correct. Okay, we take the food, intake of food, nutrition, that is essential for life. Okay, there is no food, there is no energy, and there is no energy, there is no growth of the body. So that is energy is essential, right? So energy is essential for life, but the movement is does not take place, that is wrong statement. So there what happened? So option 3 is a incorrect statement, right students? So this is what the another very important point you have to be remember, right? The movement of molecules does not take place on cell is a wrong statement, right? So let us see the question number 6 here. Next question number 6. Right. The question number 6 is the internal energy, the internal or also cellular energy, the internal energy reserved means store. Okay, reserve means it is store. Okay, reserved in autotrophs. So we know autotrophs, the organisms which prepare their own food. Okay, that is autotrophs. Autotrophs is option A glycogen, and option B protein, option C starch, and option D fatty acid. So see here, in the internal energy reserve in the autotrophs means in the plants, in the green plants. So there are two types of organisms. One is heterotrophs and one is autotrophs. What is heterotrophs? Autotrophs are the organisms which are prepare their own food, right, with help of photosynthesis. We give example as a green plants here. And what is heterotrophs? The organisms which are depend on the other organism for food, right? For example, animals, we give the example animals, right? But here asking about the in the autotrophs, in which form the energy is reserved, in the energy is stored. Okay, so see here that glycogen is in animal. Okay, it is in animal, not in autotrophs is not an animal category, it is a plants category. So autotroph means we are talking about the plants, but the glycogen is in stored energy, reservoir energy in heterotrophs. It is in heterotrophs. If they ask about heterotrophs means you can give the answer, that is glycogen. Okay, the internal energy reservoir in heterotrophs they ask means that is what glycogen. But they are asking about the autotrophs, that is what starch. That is what starch, the correct answer. So you have to remember. So write one point here. Glycogen is the stored energy in animal. Write down this point. Glycogen is the stored energy in a animal, and plant stores energy. Plants store energy in the form of starch. Plant stored energy in the form of starch. Simple is for animals. Okay, for animals, or also we say heterotrophs, right? The energy reserve or store in the form of glycogen. Okay, the form of glycogen, right? Now in plants, in green plants, we also called as an autotrophs, the energy reserve. Okay, energy reserve is internal cells, reserve in the form of starch, So this point have to be remember, students, right? So this is very important point to be remember. Now after this, come to the another very important point here. See next point, choose the forms. So question number 7. Question number 7. Question number 7. Choose the form in which most plants absorb nitrogen. So Roman 1 is proteins. Roman 2 is nitrates and nitrites. Nitrites. Third statement, urea. And the fourth statement, atmospheric nitrogen. Right? So see which is the correct here. Option A, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Option B, 2 and 3. Option C, 3 and 4. Option D, 1 and 4. Okay, so simple one. So see, atmosphere nitrogen now is possible. Okay, the plants are not possible to take an atmospheric oxygen, right? The plants are not able to take nitrogen from the, so plants require nitrogen. Okay, that is a new minerals, but it is not possible for the plant to take directly nitrogen from the atmosphere. It must be converted. So in the root there are some bacteria are there which bacteria convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrites and nitrates. Okay, that is very important. So that is what this one is very important, right? The plants are required the nitrites and nitrates which are present in the soil. Okay, they are not able to use directly atmospheric nitrogen. They must be converted that into nitrites and nitrates with help of some bacteria. So that is second is correct, and then and third is correct, urea is correct. So that is both are present in the soil. Okay, both are present in the soil, right? So that is easily available for the plants, that they absorb them from the roots in the form of water. They mix with water and minerals, and they take up nitrates and nitrates and urea from the soil, and that is not, a proteins not there, and then atmospheric nitrogen is also not able, plants are not able to take direct nitrogen from the atmosphere, nitrogen from the atmosphere. So what is the answer here? Nitrites and nitrates and the urea. There are two, this is the two forms in which the plant absorb the nitrogen. One form is urea form and one form is a nitrates and nitrite form. Okay, in which form the plant absorb nitrogen means there are two forms. One is nitrites and nitrites, one is in urea, and in which form it not be absorb nitrogen means it is atmospheric form. Okay, in the atmospheric nitrogen the plants is not able to absorb. Okay, that is not very important, right? So that is why convert the nitrogen atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrites and nitrates and urea. You point had to be remember. So where does it come from? That also ask, where does this urea and nitrate and nitrites came from? That is came from the atmospheric nitrogen. Some bacteria are there which convert atmospheric nitrogen into urea and nitrate and nitrites. Okay, that point have to be remember, right? This is what the another very important question is there in the transportation point, right? Now let us take another one about kidneys, right? Choose the correct sequence. Okay, so question number 8 here. So again the sequence questions are very important. You remember the sequence, right? So question number 8. Choose the correct path of urine. Choose the correct path of urine in our body. In our body. Okay, first is option A, kidney ureter. Kidney ureter. Okay, then urethra, and then urinary bladder, right? So next option B, kidney, urinary bladder, kidney, urinary bladder, and then urethra, and then ureter. Now option C, kidney, ureters, then urinary bladder, and then last one, urethra. Urinary bladder, kidney, ureter, and then urethra. So for answering this, you must have the knowledge about the diagram. If you practice the diagram and labeling, then you can recognize the sequence here. So let us see, I can draw a rough diagram here. For see, I can take first kidney. We know that it is a pair of left and right kidneys, okay, left and right. So this is what, a left kidney, and this is what, a right kidney, okay, right kidney, and here left kidney, right? And after that we observe that the pipe is coming here pair, and that pair is called as a left ureter, and it is a right ureter, right? And after we observe that a bag is coming here, bag, okay, and that bag is called as a urinary bladder, right? And this opening of urinary bladder is called as what, a urethra. So this is the sequence. First the blood is here in the kidney, and kidney to the left and right ureter, that is ureters, and then urinary bladder, and then urethra. So that is the first kidney. So first kidney, then ureters, then bladder, urinary bladder, and then urethra. So options what, C is correct. Right, students? So this is point you have to be remember, right? So see here how the diagrams are help you to recognize. So also in diagram you remember that there are pair of kidneys are there, two pair of kidneys, that the components of kidney. So component of excretion in human beings. They also ask components of the excretion components in human beings. So there are pair of kidneys, left, right, pair of ureters, left, right, single urinary bladder, and single urethra. So this point I remember the components of accessory system. So that is very important that you have to be remember, right? So then so these are all the questions from the NCERT exemplar, right? These are all the questions from the NCERT exemplar which are related to the transportation and excretion, right? So please write down this one. So there are very small okay, only 8 questions are on these topics in the from NCERT exemplar, but I want to solve some more questions, right, for practice. So now I can take this all. I finished now NCERT exemplar. I now take some more examples from the extra model papers. So let us first write down this one, and I'll come to the solve some more extra, okay, 10 or more extra questions to make perfect on these topics, okay. So let us write down this one. I can come with some more examples here, right? Now students, take some more extra examples or MCQs on this concept. Here see the question number 9. Right, so up to the 8 we are take from the NCERT exemplar, and then 9 some more important questions from the model papers, right? So let us see the respiratory pigment, in human beings is actually it is with respect to the respiration, but very helpful in the blood also, transportation also, because transportation of oxygen is we reading, so that is very important and helpful for transportation also here, okay. So one is carotene, and one is chlorophyll, and the C1 is hemoglobin, globin, and the D1 is mitochondria. Mitochondria. So simple question, that question. The respiratory pigment, okay, and that is transportation of oxygen is possible effectively when there is a presence of hemoglobin. Why? Because of hemoglobin is high affinity towards oxygen. We know that it is have high affinity towards oxygen. Okay, that is why. So what is the answer here? Hemoglobin is the answer you have to remember, right? So the respiratory pigment in human beings is hemoglobin, right? So next point, question number 10 here. I take here small questions, very important, and these are a chance to be appear in examination. Question number 10. Let's see, which plant tissue transport? Which plant tissue transport water and minerals from the roots of the leaf, So number 1, option A, that is xylem. Option B, phloem. Option B, parenchyma. And option D, collenchyma. So which is the correct answer, students? So simple, you know that already study in the 9th standard. So the water transporting tissue, that is what? Xylem, right? So answer is what? Option A is correct answer, that is xylem. So in the which plant tissue is transportation of water and minerals, it is xylem. If food is there means it is a phloem, but it is asking about water, so what is xylem is the correct answer, students. Okay, so that is very important point to be remember. So take next question, that is question number 11 here. That is also very important. Write down that moment of food, right? The moment of food in phloem is called, right? Very important definition, is called, number 1 is transpiration. Option B is translocation. And option C, respiration. Okay, respiration. Okay, here then evaporation. So evaporation is but it is a conversion of liquid to gases. Evaporation, respiration is exchange of gases. Okay, breakdown of oxygen and glucose, that is respiration. And transpiration is a loss of water from the aerial parts of the body, excess water, the loss of excess amount of water from the aerial parts of the body is called transpiration. But here they ask about the movement of food, not not a loss of water. They are asking about the transportation of food, movement of food. Okay, movement of the products of photosynthesis, that is food, is nothing but what? Translocation. We already learned that the process of translocation is the process of movement of the product of photosynthesis from one part of body to another part, right? That is the all directions, that is called a translocation. And transpiration is unidirectional, only in upward direction. Okay, so transpiration is unidirectional but it is in all directions, so that is translation, correct. So the movement of food is related to the translocation, right? So that is very important definition and that important MCQ to remember, right? So practice all the definition related to the life process chapter, right, students? Now come to the some or more questions. Some more questions here. So see, a very important again, question number how much? 11 or 12. See here, a blood vessel which pump, very important, which pump the blood from the heart to the entire body, to the entire body. That is very important, very very important question. So please take this one. Artery, next artery, capillary, and then C, veins or veins, and then hemoglobin. So see which is the correct answer here. So the blood which transport, the blood vessels which transport the blood from heart to the entire body, nothing but it is a pure blood transportation, right? From heart to the body, nothing but it is a oxygenated blood transport. From body to the heart is nothing but a deoxygenated blood. But here what? From heart to the body means it is a pure blood. So pure blood, that is oxygenated blood, transfer from heart to the body is carried out by what? Artery, right? Veins, nothing but impure blood, that is from body to the heart, that is veins, that is impure blood. Impure, here pure, here pure. So what is answer? Artery. So that is, reverse the question here, flip the question. The blood vessel which pump the blood from body to the heart, the veins answer. Heart to the body, that is artery. So that is important, it is artery. Okay. And also the largest artery in the human being, that is what? Largest artery, that is what? Aorta. That is what? Aorta. Aorta is the largest artery in the human being's body. So that is you have to be remember, students. So this is very important to be remember, right? So now let us come to the another question. Okay, again see, very important, again on the kidney. If you know the diagram, you can answer that one. So question number 13, see the question number 13 here, important. 13 here, name the tube, which connects the kidneys, because left and right is there, the kidneys to the urinary bladder. See, very important, very important. So option A is urethra, option B is nephron, option C is tubule, and option D is ureter. Okay, so this tubule and nephron is a part, both they are part, individual parts, so that is not possible. But see, this is the kidney, and what question arises here? And this is a urinary bladder here. Okay, this is opening urethra, this is urinary bladder, and these are what? Kidneys. Okay, kidney. Now you see that the tube which connect the kidney and bladder, see bladder, kidney and bladder connected. So these tubes are called as what? Right, these are called as a ureter, pair of ureter, right? So answer is what? Answer is correct, ureters, that is ureter. So that is correct. The tube which connect kidney and the ureter, urinary bladder, that is called as a ureter. So that is, student, you are important, you have to be remember here, right? So that is very important to be remember. Now take the next question here, right? So now next question. So see, very important, see question number 14. Question number 14, which part of nephron allows the selective reabsorption of useful substances like glucose, amino acid, amino acids, salt and water into the blood capillaries. Blood capillaries, right? So option A, option it is tubule. Option B, glomerulus. Option C, Bowman's capsule. And next one is T1 is ureter. Okay, so simple answer, we know the diagram here like that. Okay, it is glomerulus, it is Bowman capsule, this part glomerulus, which is like that, and that have number of curves, and last we have a pipe is there. Okay, after filtration, all filtration pipe to this pipe, and this pipe are tube, right? These called tube, and these tubes are help in the reabsorption of all these substance. So answer was tubule is the correct answer here, right? So tubule is the part where there is reabsorption of glucose, amino acid, salt and water is taken place. So answer is what, students, here tubule is the correct answer to be remember, right? So that is very important, have to be remember. Okay, now let us take the another very important question number 15. Question number 15 here, very important. Where is the dirty blood? Where is the dirty blood in our body filtered? Okay, filtered. So option A, heart. Option B, lungs. Option B, ureter. And option D, kidney. So if we talk about the dirty blood, that is what answer is what, kidney, not lungs. Okay, lungs is only purification of deoxygenated blood and into oxygenated blood, right? That is very important. But dirty blood, when they ask use dirty blood, that is you take answer is a kidney. So in the kidney what happened? The dirty, so many means dirty, why? Because so many impurities are present in that blood. Okay, but in the lungs there is only impurity carbon dioxide removed, but other impurities, excess water, amino acids, urea, uric acid, nitrogen substances, all these are filtered from kidneys. So that is what the dirty blood is filtered in kidneys. The option is a correct answer here. Okay, students, so this is what the another very important MCQs we solve here on the these concepts, and these are very important, you have to be remember. These are the very important MCQs which are to be remember for examination about transportation and kidneys, right? So hope these are all are helpful you to understand how the questions are to be arises, right? How questions to be arises from these all aspects. One is transportation and one is excretion. So these are all things are there. So one is last question I can take here. One is last question I can take and I close the class, right? I can take last one, that is question number 16. One thick cell, okay, one cell thick vessels are called. So see, one is option A is arteries, and option B is veins, right? And option C is capillaries, and option D is pulmonary artery. Okay, so correct answer is what? That is capillary. We know that capillary is a network of arteries and veins. Okay, when the pure blood is from transferred to the body, So every cell, what capillaries are transport the blood, right? So capillaries are how, what is there? It is a very one cell thick, okay, one cell thick cell wall. It is vessel having a capillary. So you have to be remember that point also. Okay, students. So these are what are some MCQs. Okay, and another so many MCQs you get if you like to search, means you can study get more types of MCQs on the life process chapter related to the transportation and excretion. So hope this video help you for understanding the concepts of the life process, how the questions are arises here. So like that you have to practice more and more question papers. You get idea of a different type of questions and how the answer you have to be taking the examination. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. In the next video we take the new chapter of the another chapter of the class 10 science. Okay, with a very important MCQs from the NCERT exemplar and if possible from the other model question paper. Okay, so thank you so much. Meet in the next video.